A film is only as good as its director. Today, we'll meet the infamous filmmakers who put a bad light on the art of directing. Egos flew and their legacies were tainted. You would be shocked to meet the directors and the celebrities they had a head-to-head fight with during filming. Even George Clooney, Edward Norton, Val Kilmer, and Marlon Brando can't get away from them. The director's chair is now open for yet another steamy special episode. Number 7. O. Russell faced off with Clooney. This director has a history, both the good and the bad. After all, he made the critically acclaimed films such as 2013 American Hustle, 2012 Silver Linings Playbook, and 2010 The Fighter. So how bad can he be? He was worse enough to be famous via a social media video that got leaked for the behind the scenes of 2004 I Heart Huckabees. In a heated argument, the director slandered the actress Lily Tomlin horrendously.
You! I'm just trying to help you. Do you understand me?
No, you're not.
I'm being a collaborator. I was trying to help you figure out here.
Therefore, that incident tagged him as a cruel master on the set. Yet his meltdown was just the culmination of years past. In 1999, director O. Russell worked with George Clooney on the Gulf War film called Three Kings. The ensemble cast includes Mark Wahlberg, Spike Jonze, and rapper-actor Ice Cube. According to reports, the real king of the set would lash out at mostly everyone. He would shout in anger and yelp at the lowly crew members. Then George Clooney, being the gentleman that he is, would intervene. Despite the actor's efforts, they in turn had an altercation that resulted in a physical standoff. Would our next contender be just as guilty? Number 6. Whedon was slammed by the cyborg. Men should talk about their issues behind closed doors. Yet this one led to a series of investigations. The huge state-of-the-art film set wasn't enough for these two. How far can it go? Ray Fisher, who portrayed Justice League superhero Cyborg, couldn't contain his repugnant dislike towards the director. He expressed his sentiments in the wide-open social media, stating that the director was unprofessional and abusive. The actor stated, Joss had ordered the complexion of an actor of color to be changed during post-production just because he didn't like the skin tone. Not only that, but he also insisted that the DC film executives and producers allowed such behavior. That set his soul on raging fire. Luckily, he didn't have to burst into flames. Director Joss Whedon and Warner Brothers released a statement regarding the alleged claims and are committed to an investigation to be conducted. A third-party investigator entered the scene waiting for the cooperation of Ray Fisher. That only ignited the actor's shame to refuse his part in the film The Flash. Number 5. Tony Kaye, smashed by a Hulk actor. 1998. American History X, starring Edward Norton and Edward Furlong, was the directorial debut of Tony Kaye until the last minute that he actually disowned it. What made him suddenly turn around? This well-celebrated crime drama about neo-Nazi obsession became educational material across the country because of its political and cultural impact. Therefore, anyone who worked hard behind the scenes was also much praised. Both Edwards were commended for their stellar performances, but one of them pricked the nerves. Big shot and versatile Edward Norton took the privilege of editing the final cut. The director was so furious he punched a wall and had to be rushed to the hospital to get stitches. At least he didn't transform into the Hulk. Though years later, Edward Norton did. Let's see what he's got against the master of suspense. Number 4. Alfred Hitchcock got his revenge. Our next contender only has the bad and the ugly on his list. The master of horror and suspense. Alfred Hitchcock was vastly known in history as an influential icon in the industry. His name was always at every awarding event, especially the Academy Awards. Though he's been nominated 5 times as Best Director, he never snatched that title. Some of his most horrific works of art include To Catch a Thief, Psycho, Notorious, and Rebecca. Part of that list is also the 1963 natural horror film, The Birds, starring Tippi Hedren. Despite the director's reputation in the industry, his romantic advances toward the actress were shunned. He had the impertinence to threaten her career. Not only that, he crossed the line by actually making the filming even worse. The final attack of the creatures became dangerous as the angry birds they released were real. The actress was not ready and was not informed. After that, she was bedridden for days, though the effect was really good in the cameras. Will our next director level up to such audacity? Number 3. Apatow was knocked hard. In this case, it's not the director to be blamed. After all, he faced a female celebrity with quite the reputation as his. On this occasion, the director's soft flesh was revealed by his leading star's hardcore punches. He should have straightened his manly shoes in the first place. The 2007 rom-com film, Knocked Up, became commercially successful with spin-offs titled This Is 40 and This Is 50. Katherine Heigl is both spunky on and off-screen, though in an interview, the actress casually stated that she found the film a little chauvinistic. Men were portrayed as goofy and lovable, while women were shrews. The writer-director couldn't help himself to react to such accusations. He felt shocked by her lead's description of his film and made a backlash counter. This banter became a heated discussion on social media, and both had to stand their ground. Planets collided as netizens separated that men are from Mars and women are definitely from Venus. If that isn't crossing each other's lines, our next director has surely crossed dangerous grounds. Number 2. Herzog unleashed the wrath of God. This film meant life or death for both the director and his lead actor, literally. The 1972 historical epic drama, Aguirre, The Wrath of God, became a sensation of that era because of its massive production and international collaboration between Mexico and West Germany. The German actor, Klaus Kinski, had a legendary working relationship with the director, Werner Herzog. Both have a striking temperament. Klaus was known for his erratic behavior on set. He almost broke a crew member's finger because of a card game. Yet he's not the only one bringing a gun on set. Director Werner threatened him at gunpoint that if the actor leaves, he'll pull the trigger. And it's not just for the actor, but also for himself. So much talk about a safe working environment. You see, this tandem was not just meant to be at the backdrop. They were meant to create a scenic film. This time, they unleashed the wrath of God together. And for our finale, it's going to be an explosion of muscles. Number 1. Frankenheimer Cornered in an Island. This 1996 sci-fi horror film titled The Island of Dr. Moreau was so disastrous they released an infamous behind-the-scenes documentary. For cult fanatics, that became more valuable than the film itself. John Frankenheimer took over a few days after filming had started. He succeeded the original head, Richard Stanley, who was dismissed because of production issues. If he can't handle the wild dogs on his leash, what's the point of directing? Apparently, his work was cut out for him without even a warning. Bruce Willis was originally cast, but dropped out because of his divorce from Demi Moore. So came Val Kilmer, who suffered from anger issues because he was also issued his divorce papers right on the set. The actor Rob Morrow said adieu because of changes in the script. On top of it, it was also the time Marlon Brando learned of his daughter's final demise. He left the film in total limbo to mourn on a private island. When he came back, the Godfather actor refused to learn his dialogues. Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando would even clash on several occasions. Who could have blamed them? Yet the insensitive director pushed through with this downtrodden project. Crossing the line of people's lives has terrible consequences. A series of unfortunate events led to the making of a box office bomb film. Since the oven is excruciatingly hot, let's add some more steamy buns. Here's a bonus director who would shock you to the core. He's covered in pee. Faye Dunaway wouldn't snatch the Best Actress award if she couldn't act like one in real life. She clashed with the notorious director Roman Polanski on the set of the 1974 neo-noir film, Chinatown. Some series of minor misunderstandings during filming were heightened when he finally crossed the line. The director refused to let the actress use the bathroom, so the actress splashed him with a glass of her own urine. That last one cooled down the steam. Which director did you find most interesting? Don't be shy to drop in your thoughts in the comments section below and keep liking our videos for more.